So how do you sharpen your cutting tools? It could be a fixed blade knife, your scissors, your axe, your hatchet, could even be your shovel. What kind of tools do you use? In this video, I'm going to highlight 4 of the most common ways people sharpen their cutting tools. Number 1, a whetstone. You can get these in a natural or synthetic variant. They typically contain some amount and some type of ceramic, usually mixed in with other types of materials, especially in the synthetic variants. Now, the synthetic whetstones also are typically available in a more coarse level than you can find in natural stones. I think this is a great option. Everybody should learn on some level how to hand sharpen their tools. And these are pretty much the most affordable means as well, as we see in these offerings on this top 4 list. Number 2, ceramic sharpeners. These typically come in some kind of variant that they're in rods. They are circular rods, triangular rods, and they're usually set into a guide system. And this helps you to have a preset angle so that you can be very accurate when you're sharpening your tool. These have a lot of upside because they don't actually take any material off of your blade. The ceramic isn't really abrasive enough, so it basically just straightens out the bevel, and so you get really long life because it doesn't break down and wear out any element of your blade, especially the edge, of course. And so this is a great option. This is what I use typically, and I'm fond of Spyderco, their brand of ceramic rods. Number 3, diamond sharpeners. These as well come in a lot of different configurations, but the biggest downside about these is that it does remove material off of your bevel and the edge. So be mindful that over time, especially over a long period of time, you're going to have less blade than you did when you first started, when you got the knife. And so this is something that's problematic if you want to use something for many, many years. You'll literally just be wearing the blade out. You'll be just taking it a little bit off at a time. And so a problem, and there's some people who need to use this to some level, at least get their sharpening started because they're using some type of super steel. And that steel may not do anything with a ceramic rod. I have some knives that uses steel that's so hard that ceramic doesn't almost do anything to it. Nothing pretty much at all. So you almost have to use possibly some type of variant, maybe something that's more mild to have the least amount of abrasive abuse to the edge just to get it started. And you may want to touch it up and finish it at the very end with the ceramic and then strop it on a leather belt system with the stropping compound. And that's kind of the key here that we need to kind of look at, is that we don't need to wait so long to sharpen our blades. There's nothing wrong with every few days or at least once a week to just touch up our blades. So we don't have to sit there for 10, 20 minutes and reprofile the edge because we've destroyed it. So stropping is one way to touch up your edge without having to get into even diamond sharpeners, whetstone, or ceramic rods. Number 4, a file. Files are made of tool steel, typically like A1 or D2. There's different types of steels used, but typically those are the ones I've seen lately. And this is a very abrasive steel on other types of non-tool steels. So you can very easily remove a lot of metal off of your blade, your bevel and your edge if you're not careful, just like a diamond sharpener. So this is something, though, a lot of people use to sharpen like axes and hatchets and things like that, just because it's so easy. It's a lot easier to just get that file and make quick work of it. But once again, you're reducing some of the material off of that cutting tool. So over time, you will have some wear and tear. But once again, it's just another option. So hopefully these 4, help you look at some options. There are other types of options out there as well, but these are definitely the main 4. I'd be really curious about what type of system that you use. I'm real partial to the Spyderco ceramic sharpening systems. I really like that a lot. I'm just a fan of that. I've been using that for over 5 years now, and it's kind of hard to go to anything else. But I do have a few blades that use really hard steel, some super steel knives that make it very difficult to use ceramic rods. And so in those situations, you might have to just look at other options. But as always, thanks for coming along. Thanks for your support, and I'll catch you later.